Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're using the Colonial Charter mod, version 1.6, and this is our town of Noble Landing. Get the game turned on here. I'm going to slow it down a little. Well, it is slowed down. He's walking quite fast. Let's see. We left last episode with a storage problem and a housing problem. Need to get some more houses in. I see winter is setting in, early winter, so we got it, and it only just turned, so we got a good long growing season, although it didn't really matter. In fact, it really didn't matter. These guys, I'm going to pause a second here, they were finished way early if I recall. I think I am going to try for the little bit larger size over here, at least this guy and any future ones. Let's see, you are... There you are, crop field. Can't really get any bigger though here. So we're just going to have to let that one go. But the 16 long, 17 long, 160, 170. Let's go for 160 on this one. So let's see, one space in. Because I don't think I can get any further over here, can I? Let's find out before I delete that and have to figure out where I was. Yeah, we're red right there. So we can go to there. Okay, well, let's kill that one and replant it, food, right in there. Let's take that 17 by 10. So that's the biggest one that we have tried. I don't think well, there were a few in Ramlington that were extra big, and we did have a few problems with them if I recall. But we'll go with this for now. We are close to storage, and we're going to be close to housing when I'm done, so it may work out just fine. Anyway, we'll get that one built. Last time we ended with me trying to figure out how to make a real quick band-aid or solution, and I'm glad I didn't, because I've taken time since to think about it. And here's what I want to do. First of all, we will go ahead and turn these back on. So your turnips... and we'll put someone in there and work. You are going to be cucumbers, and we'll turn someone on there as well. And this one when it comes on too. Teship Stormbringer brought up a point that you can never have too much food. Just ask Night Ghost and Vapa when tornadoes roll through. Although I don't like it sitting out here, but let's deal with some storage issues. I want to plan the farming area different than we started off Ramlington. I want to go ahead and intersperse some houses and storage kind of scattered among the farms. I think that looks a little more natural. Well, not quite, but close enough. You know, natural would have even more spaces and more trees around, and so we're not going to be able to spread it out like that. It's still going to have to be condensed a bit. But let's put in a small storage over here. A big one will not fit, no matter what I try. Rotate him. Yeah, even the little one doesn't fit. Well, he does fit right there. Now, which direction? There is a pathway right there, except for that one spot. I think maybe we want them to be able to travel this path right here. So let's turn that storage. Well, though, I say that, and the food's going to come in from here to go into that storage. All right, so let's just turn it sideways, aimed that way. We'll do something like that, and right there. That'll do. What just came in? Small market. Well, I want to get back to this area, but let's go take a peek at that. That is this one. Okay. I'll set an employee in there. That's not the right one. There we go. Without an employee, they'll already start dropping things off. So they're... got the wrong keys there. Here we go. So they're going to start dumping this into the small market, which is going to act as a real nice storage space. So that's already going to absorb most of the extra stuff here. This one was needing someone as well. Let's go ahead and turn that on. 1, 2. Gotta think about that. Why is he still a question mark? I do have people. because these are not set for 1. That's why. You over here, like that. We'll go ahead and turn you on. Oh, we'll turn you on that way. Okay, get you building. Alright, so what I was thinking was right in front of here we could put a storage barn of this caliber. It was recommended that I put in a magazine just to get some bulk storage going on, but for starters we don't have building supplies yet, and that's 3 building supplies. And then there's really nowhere to put it. I mean, everywhere that I have looked, this thing is huge. You know, there just isn't space for something like this. Not on a map like this. We could, even this is tough. There is a spot, but I think we're going to go with a little more, you know, petite storage. Something that has a different look to it. So let's go on with a barn. We will upgrade all these eventually, but we don't have building supplies to do that with. But let's put this in right there. And that way the roads will overlap any roads that we actually put in around the farms there. We're into late winter. Did we want to increase this one? You know, no, let's not. Let's leave it. That'll still give us something to compare to. At 150, a 160, and a 170. So if we at some point get the same crop in all 3 of them, we'll get a good barometer on what is the right size for this particular map. So we'll leave that one just like it is. This one I do want to get done before early spring hits. So let's kick up our priority here, then we'll turn the game back on. Because this one was put in a long time earlier, so they're going to want to go to that one first. All I need is a couple of laborers to come over and start working on that. You are what? You're a farmer. And I have... that's right, the problem... Well, okay. You will be employed right here when that happens. That's what's up. Okay, we're just not ready for you yet. The problem was that I had 3 people working on this one farm alone. That's why everything was looking kind of wonky. So we want to get storage there and there. We want to get another house over here. And it would be nice to get a road right there around another farm or something at this point. So what do you call that? A salt box house, I think, is too wide. It is. You see the red line there. Lining up with that crop, we're into the barn a little bit. If I were to rotate, we're still into the road over here. Rotate this way, we're into the road. So that's not going to work. You are turnips. You are cucumbers. Let's do cukes over here. And 1 worker, add 1, pick up. And we'll do turnips over there. And then eventually we're going to get some more seeds and get some variety going. I want to get some grains in here soon. So, barns going in, we need more houses. I thought about the multi-level houses. Sort of things I was sitting there staring at before I started the episode. But, let's see, rotate you around, there's the front. This actually takes up a lot of space. I mean, there is nowhere over here that can take it. And you don't really want houses near your mines anyway. They give off a negative effect for the area, about like so. In fact, if you go over and watch Vapa's series that he's starting up, he's got a mod that will give you the danger zone around a building, and not to put a house within that range, or it will cause their happiness to drop. So I don't have that set up on mine, but that's something that's interesting to go over there and watch and see how that works. Something else that popped in. It's gone away now because I turned off the rope in between episodes. Right before I started the episode, all 3 of these had run out of reeds. And reeds, well, we're up to 400 now. Wow, that snapped back quickly. We were at 0 at the beginning of this episode, and all of these were sitting with a slash through them. So I killed the rope production, and it's brought everything back. So we do need to get back to finishing our area over here. In fact, we've got the logs. Well, I'm still thinking about all of this, because housing is an issue. Let's go ahead and pop in 3 reeds really fast, just because it's a no-brainer. I know exactly where they go. Don't have to think about those. Rotate. No, you're in the right direction too. Wow, it doesn't get any easier. Right there. 1, 2. Now I had put a third one there. Interesting. On that very first episode that I had been trying to recreate, that was the last step. And I don't remember being so far into the land, so this whole area must have been over one space. Does it look too strange there? No, I don't think it does. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll put one more dock right there. They can walk right into it. I wonder if they will. There's no step up to get into it, but there is an actual connection point. So I wonder how the game will deal with that. Can it step down into these things, or is that really the only spot that it can do it? So we'll have to watch how this one operates and just kind of get a sense of it. We'll just put a dock there. That should finish that off. Alright, so we'll let that one run. School, how you doing? School's got 4 students in there. We had 8 when we started. I had, just prior to turning it on, distributed some more labor out into these areas. So we've got our foresters up and going. Almost all the gatherers are in. Almost all the hunters are in. Herbalist is still at 1, so we're doing good over here. We're filling out really well. Good. Let's see. We will be needing some more logs soon, because these are very log heavy when we build these. But we are going to be clearing this area out soon. Alright, so these are planting. This one did not make it in time. And there's a lot to clear out here, and there's nowhere really to put it. That's probably, well, we have space here now because of the building we're doing. All the logs have been cleared out. And this one, no logs in, well, 8 logs in there. Okay, so there will be room to put these things away. The smelter should be grabbing that ore pretty quickly. I'm not actually seeing any ore. That is that clay? That's clay. That's iron, and that's furnace fuel. So all of the iron ore, that's right, we did put these in. That's right, so we have plenty of room. But still, where's the iron ore? There it is right there. So he is grabbing them right there about as fast as we are making them. So good. Don't have to worry about that clogging up the stockpiles. Okay, housing. Where should we do this? Boy, that filled in fast once those leaves came in. Let's order them to take trees out right through here so I can at least see what's going on. Later we're going to put something in here. It's time to get into plantations. It's time to get into at least one more pasture soon. So, but I wanted to put, I guess I'll turn it this way. I wanted to get a house in this space if it was possible. And I think the only house that's going to fit would be a tiny house or a log cabin. Log cabin is 30 and 8, tiny house is 10 and 2, which does upgrade to take a family of 4. I'm going to do that here, just in this one space, so that it fits better. Right like that. Okay. Let's go look at the other one. We stuck one in the forest over here. So he upgrades to a family of 4 with only 8 logs and 4 stone. So that's actually a pretty good deal for a place for folks to live. It's like these dock shanties. You know, they will upgrade with some rope. How much rope do we have? Can we get some upgrades going? We have 32. We can do 1 upgrade. We have nowhere for them to live, no backups yet, so I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to wait till maybe we've got the boarding house in. Which will be where? That's probably not till here, huh? I can see not getting the basic necessities for nomads until we're well into here. I'm guessing. It wouldn't hurt to have a boarding home sort of thing in several places on the map. One over here, and maybe even one more further up. Just so that if we have a fire or something, it's not too difficult to relocate. Bricks we do need, so let's get that one going. Brickworks, add 1 person, and we are making we're making bricks with furnace fuel and clay. Alright, so there's the beginning of our clay usage. Small market is full. Boy. 80%, 97%, 100%. Yep. Let's kick the priority up over here. Get this one in. In fact, that one is in. Good. I get the right one? Yeah. Priority right there. And that one is going to be filling. I believe we're able to put in a road here, so let's do that. Let's get the speed, the walking speed up. So if we did something like this, hit the shift button. We'll do that. Did I get the wrong one? No, that was shift. Didn't seem to want to work. Oh, because this right here blew it. Okay. So that goes there. They'll just have to make the leap of faith right there. And that's the wrong keys again. From where I'm at, I can't really see my fingers. So I have to lean back and look under there to see where my fingers are. Sometimes I don't hit the WASD correctly. They're probably going to want to walk the shoreline here, aren't they? I'm thinking that they are. Let's kill those guys. Let's road from here. Boy, it does not like it. Well, I guess we're just going to do something like that. Huh. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Can't, without messing with the edge of the pond here, we're not going to be able to get a road through here. This one, that's right, this actually goes away. I would say as soon as more of this is done, then we will just get rid of that. Then we'll have a nice diagonal road right in through there, kind of around the lake. That'll be fine. Alright, so we got that one house started there. This one has been prioritized. Almost all the goods have been brought. Probably the last of the stone just landed. Yep, right there. So that's being done. So this stuff, as it starts to harvest, should be landing in there. So really what we need is more housing. We need more families coming in, grabbing food and eating food, and that should relieve us of a lot of our storage problems. So let's get these guys employed. Let's get reeds coming in like crazy. And let's think about housing. And I'm thinking that the river is where we're going, or the water is where we're going to be housing for a while. So it comes down to, where do we want the rice plantation, I want to say rice paddies, but I know that's not it. Rice farms? Right there. Rice planter. Yeah, it seems you could get a little more original than that. So I'm going to call the rice paddies. Where to? I'm thinking this is food. So it makes sense that it's over here. And I'm kind of thinking this road cuts across and becomes a dock, and then becomes a road again, and then becomes a dock. I like that idea. Just transforms from one form to the next all the way through. Let's do that. Road. For now, we'll stick with dirt. I'm going to come back one. Now let's dock. Let's see, logs, 216. Yeah, I think we can do this without harming ourselves. So we could... Let's go in one so we've got room for a staircase. Wow. Didn't slip once. Now that looks like that. We'll staircase down from there. Okay, so staircase. And R. There it is. Right there. And R twice. Come off of there. Right there. And let's road into here. We won't go any further than this. Let's see. Yeah. Where was he? Oh, that's the line right there. Can I keep it straight? I clicked. There we go. Now, why does it feel like it's off by 1? Like it should be over there. I'm going to hold off. Let's let them build. Okay, and let's make them build this end first, rather than dive all the way to the last one and get stuck there and wait. So let's do that. Alright, so farm finally came in. It is summer. Not going to employ that one yet. Barn is getting there. All the materials are in, and we're 5/6 of the way built. That'll be done here in a moment. Market is holding in that 80% range. We can get rid of that. Crop field, that can go away. Trading post has got to be next. Stone, we have the stone. Let's get the trader going. He's next. This is built. Great. Actually, no, we need that house next. We really do. Our population is going to be hurting. We've got to get more houses in too. That was the point of this. That's the reason I went over here. Okay. So you guys are dropping off logs, and you're getting stuck. And you're getting stuck. Oh, the life of a banished colonist. Okay, let's rescue them. Got to mount a rescue party. Come on. No. Forget the roads. Forget the roads. Go rescue your peoples. Ew. Hello. Yeah. Well, I'm sure someone will take care of them. Here we go. Yep. It is Maddie to the rescue, carrying 4 logs out of 5. Maddie. Be right back. Gotta find another log. Oh. Here it is. It is Galantis to the rescue. There we go. Knight and riding on a white horse there. Okay, so housing. Housing is here. That's what we're waiting for. All right. Let's look at the dock houses one more time. Dock, this one. Let's look at the big one. We only have a connection at the front on the big one. The shanty, same thing. Okay. So I'm thinking if we did something like this, we can get 4 in here with a dock that runs between them. So yeah, like that. And we're going to reverse it. Get where I can see the end right there, and a dock between, and then do another reversal. My alignment right there. Actually, we're not going to get, well, we can put another one in, but it's not really going to be over the water. So I think I'm going to do this. Now these two had a dock between them, so they're fine. So this can butt up right up against it and be connected to this dock here, and he will have a connection point. Okay, so a 3-point dock, or 3 wide. It's going to go there. And that one, let me see that. So I want to end in a staircase. I got to make sure I'm actually going to have room. We're coming off of that end right there. So that goes right there, and we don't. So let's put a 2 in there. Right there. And a staircase down. Right there. Coming off the middle. There he is. Right there. Perfect. Alright, so some of these folks are probably going to be the farmers that actually run this field. Now, in that we could also do some storage again. That would be smart, because the rice is going to be quite prolific, so it's going to need storage too. So I think we're going to go with a larger storage here. This guy right here. That's going to take a lot of logs. What is he? Is he the 45? He's a 50. Okay. Connection point is on this side. How does that look? I'd say right there, because the next space is the staircase going down. So if we go right there, that will look pretty good. And we can... Nope, I'm going to reverse that. We're going to go this way, so that we've got more space over here for more of the rice farms. They're actually pretty good sized. So we're going to kick it in one. We'll go to right there. And we'll put a dock leading to his front door right out here. There, and I don't know if we need more than that. So we'll leave it at that for right now. Alright, then our first rice farm is going to come off of there. Our rice paddies. So that is here, there. We need to get at least one of these in before we get the opportunity to actually buy rice. So that's the little piece of dock we just stuck in, that red line there. So you can see this is a 5 by 5 square in here. Good sized. So, just debating right now. If I run this whole thing here, like so, I can't take off with another run of dock to come out to another row of them. We do have the dock running this direction in front of the storage. What if we ran 2 of them out on that dock and another 2 of them over here to their backs with another dock coming out and then 2 more facing that dock? That sounds smarter. Is there another? There's one more here. Okay, here's all that deer. Speaking of deer, how is our hunter doing? 3 out of 4 hunters in there. We've got at 800 venison last time. Not seeing any duck this time. Did get a lot the very first year. Okay. My wife, Mrs. Rambler, was playing with the duck blinds. She hasn't used those since Colonial Charter 1.5, and she was actually, very pleased on how much duck they were actually bringing in. So if we're not getting much duck meat out of the hunter, he's concentrating on venison, then we could easily drop a duck blind in anywhere and deal with that. Now, one question I've got that I've never had answered. This has only 6 spaces. Is there no duck and feathers because this was taken up by ginger and log? Or is there actually duck and feathers right down here off the chart where you can't read it? There's no way to scroll. Are there only 6 spaces in the code? Or is there only the first 6 displayed? So that I don't know. In other words, they could be bringing in more than we'll actually show here because it's off the list. Don't know that answer. Maybe someone out there has that answer, can send it back to us. Okay, so these are building. Let's get the houses built first. Let's kick a priority into that. There you are. Let's get some more housing in. That's that group right there, and the staircase. Get that as our next priority. Logs are still fine. They should be able to handle that group, I think. Pretty sure that's about that quantity right there. Yeah. So we do want to get another farm layout over here. We need to get something laid out over here. Not necessarily a farm. So if we're going to, let's go ahead and set some road stubs in as a reminder of what's happening here. This is what we did in Ramblington too, just the stubs to get going. So I moved it over so that we can line these up again, because we're off a tick over here. So with that, we can get something here and something there. We're going to need plantations at some point. We're going to need another animal at some point. Not sure exactly what. Milk would be great to have. So Frisian cows. Trading post is starting to fill. That's where a lot of our logs went. They're hauling them to the trading post. Okay. Still have plenty of stone. That's good. Scuba deer. So I think we are probably good on farms at the moment. Let's concentrate on plantations next. If we had a plantation seed, it would show us, and it doesn't. Okay. You are going to be turnips, by the way, but late autumn, but we're not going to employ you yet. Okay. Otherwise, pretty much everything has been picked up. Where is this farmer at? Gathering food. So I take it your house is in need. Temperature is 32. We're about to freeze. So I could hire someone else over here to quickly get this road done, but 20,000 food, and I'm sure storage is full. That's the new storage barn. I don't think I need to rush getting these done. So that's probably not an issue. Anyway, I'm thinking the plantations we used in the last series were the same size as the farms, and they worked really well. It was a good size in both conditions, both situations. So let's go ahead and drop a plantation in here, and it will give us some more wood is what I'm trying to get at. Let's go ahead and get them to clear this as a form of gathering resources and setting up the plantation. So food, plantation is the big leaf right there, which is probably the symbol of a tobacco leaf. I don't think there's any need to have a space between the barn and it. They're going to go to a side and grab a road. So if we jump in from there, there's 10 wide, there's 10 by 15. We can get up as far as 16 by 10. Let's go ahead and take advantage of the full run. I don't know what's going to be going on the shoreline over here. This might be one more fishing dock eventually, because it's just about that right size. Let's do that there and fish. For the most part, yeah, that would be a good fishing area. There. Maybe that'll be our pattern. All the small lakes will be fishing. Right there. That could work. Okay. So don't necessarily have to save shoreline to put something in. So with that plantation, they're going to clear that one. Wood storage is still waiting for a building supply, which could be coming up soon. We do need to get back to that. I wanted to get the housing in first before I went back to it. But we do need to get somewhere, need to pick a spot to put some more shore houses in. You know, temporarily, let's do that. Let's make these clay shore houses later. Let's make them sand shore houses now, rather than have to develop that second industrial zone, which may end up being like over here, rather than trying to squeeze it into our forest node, which I really don't want to do. So let's do that. And that means these are going to build over and above everything else now, because they were put in queue long before. So does that harm anything? This isn't a problem. That can wait. And that's really only laborers anyway. Although laborers are all going to be busy hauling supplies to these three. But is there anything else building that's important? The trading post is important. It was laid before these, so it should still take priority automatically. Okay, no problem there. So that going in, all we really need now is a glassworks. That is artesian? No, that's right there. So that takes sand, lumber, and stone. Okay, we can handle that. There was one narrow space left. Oh, this isn't a narrow one like the bricks. This is a square. Okay. So where does this guy go? This is basically our circle that we're not going to invade here. So we have a space left over here. Brick. We ran out of brick? Ran out of clay. Okay. That's fine. We probably have enough brick to get our first several... Let's see, bricks. There we are, 75. So that should get us several building supplies. That's fine. Turn the rope back on now that I'm thinking about it. Right there, rope. One person in. And you're good. People... Okay, we did have a dock worker die and was replaced. You're a dock worker. Oh, I didn't actually hit the on button. Now we're happy. Okay. And this is this one, because we didn't want to employ them yet. That's what it was. Yeah, okay, pause you. We started bringing supplies, but I can still pause you. This one's already got supplies, so we may as well let it build. But this one could be... Alright, let's do this. When I turned this off, we had enough reeds to handle the rest. So if I turn one more on, that should handle everything and give us a surplus. You can go away. You, down, can go away. That gives us 2 more people. You can turn on as sand and add 1 person. Alright. With that, we've got sand coming in, we've got clay coming in. Not in large quantities, but enough to get us those few building supplies that we need to get just our first basic buildings going, as well as an upgrade to one of our actually 2 or 3 of our warehouses. Okay, still in the 80 range for the small market. So we need a glassworks. Where do we want to do that? I don't think there's any way. There might be. Let's look at that one more time. Glassworks is right there. He actually will fit. If he shares... No, I can't make him share that road, the green road area of any of the other buildings, can I? So close. No, won't do it. Okay. Do we go over here temporarily? I was really hoping to make this more agriculture area. Where's our circle again? This is available. We could temporarily do this, tear it back down when he becomes part of this or wherever. Is there a better choice? He's not going to fit on the peninsula there. I don't want to cross any bridges with him. We may have this area available though. Let's look at that. He's good there. Herbs will be fine. Let's think about that. That keeps him close to everything. Yeah, I like that. We just lost somebody else. Speaking of close to everything, we need to think about a cemetery. Something that they can go and visit when they want to, and is still close by. Maybe that's what's right here. That sounds pretty good. Oh, ducks. I thought I was seeing trout in the water. Great, big rainbow trout. Okay. We've got our slow-flying ducks. So, cemetery. Let's do the cemetery real fast. That is actually quite important. It kind of tops off their happiness. One of the tools to use. Cemetery would be city right there, or town, and worship right there. Now, what can we actually do? Let's turn that back on again and pin it. So, cemetery, kind of hitting red over there. We could put in 2 small ones because we're not going to get one big one in here. So if I went to that green space right there and did something like that. And then... Now, there's just no good way to do that. Okay, we'll leave just the one. We'll do that. And let's up this priority here too. Just because it'll give us some more trees here real quick. And I think it's pretty important. We're starting to lose people. Alright, so we've got 1 clay and 1 sand operating. This one is finished, but there's no sense in turning it on right now. So we'll just... Oh, that's a potter. This is one that's going to be building, but we've taken the priority away from it. Okay. So... Are we good for a while? We're into late winter. Our laborers have all been queued off or prioritized away to do other things. They didn't actually get back to the fields. Let's prioritize just this one field. If we can get this one done before late winter, before early spring, we'll at least get 1 of each crop in. And that will be fine. 21,000 food now. Yeah, so if the other one doesn't grow, that's not a loss. We'll just have 1 farmer with nothing to do, and he'll always be a laborer. Okay, I feel like I was in the middle of something. Glass. We've got to get the glass figured out. When the glass is figured out, then we will have 12 bricks, 6 glass, and 9 iron, and we can start popping out building supplies. That will be a great way to end this episode. So glass, we're thinking about going right over here temporarily. We got the logs, the lumber coming out of here. We can have the glass coming out of here too. And how do we get to this place? What is considered a front door on a sawmill? Right there, steps. So if we were to country road out of here. Okay. And we want to get to this point right here. So if I were to hit the shift, what would it do? It would do that. Now, let's do that early. Right there along the edge of the circle. and then that guy in. Okay, I like that better. And that'll give us a little more room right in here in case this building missed it by just 1 or 2 squares. So that's back to there, and that one, there's our glassworks. Glassworks will make glass, and it will make glassware. Glassware would be needed for the homewares. Glass will be needed for the building supplies. So think glass like windows for your buildings, and glass like vases and drinking glasses for your home. There's one way to keep straight on what the two do. So pop you in right there. I think I like that. You're going to go off to the side. Plantation, wood storage is waiting for that first building supply. Trading post, gatherer's hut's not needed. And let's kick the speed up. I think I've got enough going on that short of a tornado, I can just sit back and watch now. Houses did go in. Good. Let's view this. Everything lined up well too, right? It did. Good. So, do we put one more in here is the question. We could. We probably should. Especially, maybe not now, but especially when all the rice gets employed, we are going to need more houses in here. This is already planting. This is not. We're into spring. It's possible to get this one done before late spring ends, and they'll go ahead and plant it, but it's going to it's not going to harvest well. It started too late. Chickens, 33 of 33. Good. What are we doing? Eggs, 390 last year. Don't know if it was a complete year. Could have been. Well, eggs it would have been, yes. Don't know if they were butchering the entire year, but they were collecting eggs the entire year. So we got our feathers back. We had run out of feathers, which meant we had run out of survival coats, out of at least production. Now we've maxed out our clothing limit. And until we get our storage in better condition, I think I'm going to leave it like that. I think so. So ages? Quite aged. Interesting. I guess that answers the question. We do need more houses in right now, not later. So let's go ahead and put one more dock shanty in here. Right there. And turn it that way. Yep. And you can live right there. Alright. Priority-wise, trading posts can still wait a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and kick the priority up on these first. Let's get the housing done. Now, any other houses to go somewhere? Where would that be? Let's take a look at jobs for a while. Let's go back down one notch, go into here, and just think about it. Where are our hunters? They're all going to be coming out of right here. And I'm okay with that. We've got the one little house in here which supplies that. As long as everything else is coming out of this half of the town, I think we're going to be fine. And really they are. That was it. The logs, the gatherers, the hunters, and the one herbalist. So we're okay there. Cemetery went in. Good. Only 18 graves available there, though. Back to this tool. So these guys are most likely living all in this area. Now, this is not going to be very realistic in the sense that all these houses are now filled with 3 and 4 workers, not just kids. So once the kids start moving out, the jobs are going to start stretching, and we've got a lot more businesses or jobs that are going to be coming in here. You actually built. We have 3 shore workers. Okay. Didn't realize I did that. I thought I just did the 2. Clay, sand, and clay. What is the priority of the 2? I don't think I'm going to be putting in brick roads this time. I think we're going to stick to... Well, I say that. Ramlington, we did a lot of stone roads, but we had a lot of land. We never even came close to clearing all the stone off with the surface, let alone... so clay is renewable. We can keep getting clay, which means we can make brick roads. Okay. So maybe a boost in brick. So it is clay already. Clay, clay, sand. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Let's go brick heavy. Because that's right, pottery is going to be in here too. Alright, so 2 to 1 on clay to sand. Alright. So housing, we do have this space left. Is that more houses? Is that a multi-level house? Ooh, maybe that's finally where I can fit one. Let's try that. Because that doesn't require building supplies or home supplies. Homewares. It can be done just with stone and logs. Ugh. Let's see, turn around. It does fit. Alright. Now, you can build these things right up to the edge. Right up against another building, if you choose to. But do realize that the house on the end actually has a door from the side. And the house on this end has a door from this side. They don't have to get to it to access it. The game will work with it pinched in and no way to walk up to it. But aesthetically, there actually is a door on the ends. So keep that in mind if you're building a row of these things and you're just packing them all up tight. If you want it to look right aesthetically, you've got to leave a space. So, second story. And notice the color of the roof. Let's go with the darker color on this one. Now, is that a front or back? Let me try to keep track of things. Yeah, the road was here, which means everything should be rotated to match that. But what does the back look like? So it's identical. And the end has the door kind of centered. Okay, so it's identical. Now, the second floor kicks one step back because the front of the lower level actually has an awning in it. I don't know if we have any buildings here with an awning as an example, but there's an awning sticking out the front. So he actually builds one space back on top. But you can build all 3 layers at one time, like I'm about to do. Dark roof, that's something else you want to keep track of. So this guy right here, dark roof, good. Otherwise you've got a brown roof choice, but we want dark and dark. So he sits there, he's one step back. Alright, they'll build all 3 of these simultaneously. If we designate it that way. They're going to build these first though, because that was where we prioritized. And let's do this. Let's kick the priority on these 3, like so. Build these, but first build this. And that's how they will do it. They'll come and get this done, which just needs the building, and she is building away, but she's got to get down into the water every time. Alright, so that should get us... See, we have one more house over here too. How did you do? 31 3 years ago, so 28. So we'll get 2 kids out of that family. That's fine. 3 laborers going right now. Are we hurting anywhere? Doc Shanty just went in. 40 years old. Not going to get a family out of that one. That's too bad. But we'll get a happy couple. That'll be fine. Don't know where we are actually hurting for labor. I think we'll leave the laborers to get the last of these. Now let's do 2 and 2. Okay. So with that, I think we've laid out enough stuff so that next episode we should start getting the building supplies done and start doing some upgrading around the map and then figure out where we're going to expand from there. So I think I'm going to call this one done here. It's a good stopping place. This has been Noble Rambler. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe down there below the video. And I will catch you next time, folks. See you next time. Bye-bye.